Sorry about that. I got a phone call from the chief of police from Hot Springs, Arkansas. Um, he was very, very nice. I'll wait a minute or two. Read for you. Yeah, alls and alls. Come on in. Come on in. Ooh, hey there. What are you? What's going on back there? Uh-oh. What's he doing? What's he doing? Dude, what's he doing? This guy committing a crime. Dude, mm, heck. That was weird. Ooh, there's another guy in the car waiting for him. Would he cut the electrical line? That's a gas line. He's not in a worker's truck. I may have just been a witness to a murder. Hey, Brett Michelle. I'm just gonna wait a minute. I just spoke with the chief of police from Hot Springs, Arkansas, who called me back. That's why I had to end my first live. He was very, very, very nice. In fact, I told him I had to go. Like, I, you won't believe what I know now about Letecia. You won't believe the scoop I just got from the chief of police from Hot Springs, Arkansas. Well, to me, it's a big deal what he told me. And if someone can let Original Owl know, I don't even have her email. Maybe I can email her. Anyway, if anyone knows her, tell her to come on over for a minute. Yeah, I got a phone call. So I told my live to stick around, that maybe it would still be there when I got off the phone, but it wasn't. Hey, this is me now. What happened? Okay. All right, 5 people in here. All right, that's all right. I can watch replay. Okay, I made a phone call early this afternoon or right after lunchtime. And instead of going through dispatch and leaving a message about Letecia said this, she did that, blah blah blah, I said the heck with it. I'm going right to the source. I want to talk to the chief of police. And I ended up getting his voicemail. So I left a detailed message and I said, if you need to call me back, here's my number, but no need. Just I wanted to let you be aware of her threats from yesterday, referring to the mass shootings, while talking about the victim, Jason, and also referring to the judge today, one of her videos. She's very angry and that her behavior is escalating the closer she is to this due date. Now, the question is she really pregnant? Nobody knows for sure, including the police. That has to be determined by someone, obviously, at the jail who will do a pregnancy test. Because even if she doesn't wear a baby bump, she just might be gaining weight back in her midsection. The cop says he's been duped before. So, and if she's not pregnant and she's been collecting money, they are very aware of her YouTube page. They are aware that she wants to start some GoFundMe or Amazon wish lists with baby items or whatever. If she's received any monetary gifts, money, okay, that's a misdemeanor charge. That's theft by deception. Anywho, Anywho, the prosecutor at the courthouse, one of the prosecutors at the courthouse is related to Letecia and is very much aware of the family dynamics. Now, the judge in Bentonville, okay, can you guys hear me okay? Hot Springs, Arkansas was pushing for a high bond of $25,000 because she has a relative through a cousin. So one of her cousins is married to a prosecutor. Okay, so they tried to get a high bond on her when she was in Bentonville. The judge there denied it and made the 2,500. So they tried, knowing what they knew and know, and that she shouldn't be out of jail. They were the maximum was like $25,000 they could hold her on. The judge in Bentonville denied that bond, and he made it 2,500. Um, so that's why her bond was so low. The judge determined that he was going to stick with $2,500 and denied the $25,000 from because Hot Springs, Arkansas was somehow still involved in this, or letting Bentonville know, but because it's a separate jurisdiction, how much pull Hot Springs has in the courtroom in Bentonville is not much, I guess. They can recommend, but they can't enforce the law from Hot Springs into Bentonville. So, um, trust me, Hot Springs, Arkansas is aware of her YouTube page. They are aware of everything. He said to me, what they will do once she's in custody is implement what is called an Act 3. And it has to do with mental health, that she has to go through a psychological evaluation and be committed to an institution. They cannot section her. It is the law in Hot Springs and in Bentonville that you cannot section involuntary, and you cannot impose an involuntary section. We call it a 5150 or 5050, whatever it is, when somebody has a pending criminal charge. So, you know, they just can't. So, if you do you follow? So, it's not that they don't see it and they don't want to. They can't section her because she has a pending criminal charge. So she has to go through the jails first. Um, and then once she's in the jail, under a judge's order of a mental health evaluation, and then at that point, if it's deemed necessary, she can be committed involuntarily to a mental institution. Follow? Does that make sense? So, as far as many of us, including me, feeling very frustrated that the police aren't doing anything, they are. They're very much aware and they appreciate every single person who has called them. They're not upset. They're not like, oh my God, we're getting all these calls. And it's no, no. He's very impressed that, you know, that people are reaching out because see something, you say something. There's been no calls that are prank calls or vindictive. They're all calls out of concern for both Letecia and the victim. So I encourage anyone, if you ever come across a person like Letecia or someone who is very unstable, don't hesitate. You don't have to be a mandated reporter. Anybody can call. Reach out to, if you know their local police department, reach out to them and voice your concerns. They have to wait till she's arrested. Yeah, so they can't section her like out on the street because of a pending, that's with anyone. If anyone has a pending criminal charge, you can't section them, which is weird. It's like, if someone says, I want to harm myself, their hands are tied, you know. They have to voluntarily go. But you can't just make somebody go against their will if they have a pending criminal charge. Yeah. So he was very, very nice. Very nice guy. And it blew my mind when he said, I don't even know if she's pregnant. And he said, to be honest with you, I don't know if she's even pregnant because he's seen it before. I was like, yeah, we've all been asking that. Like, she hasn't even showed the baby move. But the only way they can confirm it is through the jail. That be it a urine or blood test to check her hormone levels. So, motion to be heard on the 25th. She's not going anywhere. She is not going anywhere. He said to me, he even said to me, she'll be having that baby if she's pregnant while she's in jail. So she's not going to get out before that baby. He's confident. He's confident. And again, he said one of the prosecutors at in Hot Springs, Arkansas, is related to Letecia's, how do you say it? Letecia's cousin. So I don't know if it's a spouse or a child, but they know the dynamics. And this attorney, I don't know if he said if it was a male or a female, is very much aware of the family dynamics and is sharing that with the court as far as just how much intervention is necessary and to knock it off with these low bonds. And she or he tried again with the Bentonville judge to get her bond at $25,000, and that judge denied it and stuck with the $2,500. And that's how Letecia got out because the judge made her bond so low when it was recommended it be $25,000. Yeah, she may not be pregnant. I still question it once in a while. There are days I'm like, okay, she is pregnant. Then there's still days I'm like, I haven't seen that baby move. You know, there are people that are that ill that they will pull this off, these fake pregnancies. And again, if she's found out not to be pregnant, they can charge her with a misdemeanor of theft by deception. They will pull her YouTube, AdSense, Super Chats, I mean. They will pull her PayPal. They will examine everything. And for all those people who donated, even baby clothes, because it has monetary value, she will be charged with a misdemeanor. But that's only if she's not pregnant. And I'll tell you, I was telling him how we got cancer scammers on YouTube, right? We have a cancer scammer still on YouTube. Got away with it. Took donations. Didn't ask for them, but people felt bad. Gave her donations. And yet, she lucked out. She was never arrested. The police never investigated. I don't even know if it was reported to the police. She got busted. Him a rag because he ejaculated on her abdomen. And she said, if you don't stick with me or support me, I'm going to say you raped me. I know a lot of people, when they gain weight, depending on your body chemistry, the weight goes to the abdomen. To the abdomen. Some people gain it in their butts, some people gain it in their breasts. Um, but a lot of people, especially with high cortisol levels, which are stress hormones, it ends up landing in the abdomen. I swear to God, I swear to God. I mean, we may never know now that she's going to jail, but I could always call the chief of police in the fall and say, hey, did Letecia ever have her baby? He'll tell me. And again, they're going to do an Act 3 on her. So I guess you can look it up. Act 3 has to do with a mental health evaluation and all that thing. Could be pregnant and lost it and lose it to keep it going. Right. Yeah. So if Jason stepped up to the plate when he found out she was pregnant, right? Then there's that story. Oh, I lost the baby. Right? But you put your hook out, you snatch the bait, you reel him in, and then it's like, oh, I lost the baby. How long is the jail time likely to be? Kindness, I have no idea. But he assured me if she is pregnant, she's having that baby in jail. There's no way because now she's back in Hot Springs, I believe, because she committed this crime in Hot Springs by violating the restraining order. Yeah, Hot Springs is very much aware of her history. And again, there's a prosecutor that works for the courthouse who's very well aware of the dynamics of Letecia. Um, and once, if her no bond is ever lifted, I don't know. I don't know how all that works, but they were shooting for $25,000 bond. But now that she's violated her bond, she'll be no bond. It'll be no bond. Now, she'll be heard on the 26th on something previous, right? But where she violated a restraining order, now that's a new charge. So I don't know if it will be heard that same day, but it's going to be a lengthy process where they're filing an Act 3, that mental eval thing, psychiatric treatment. It's not, if her baby's due September 4th, believe me, all this is not going to be completed and done by then where she goes, where she gets released. No way. She could be in a mental health hospital for a year. I mean, depending on her, depending on how she responds to treatment, depending on her evaluations, she may never get out. You don't know. We just don't know. But I'm pretty confident, as the chief of police was, that she's not going anywhere. And that baby, if she's pregnant, will be born in a hospital. He said that they're going to test her for drugs. If she tests positive for marijuana, social services will most definitely take that baby. Um, as far as working out what she's going to do. But again, if she tests positive, even for marijuana, um, she will lose custody of that baby. And what they'll do is they'll test her in jail. They won't wait until she has the baby because that will be if the baby's born after 30 days, the likelihood of THC being in your your blood system, it won't be there. So they're going to test her when she goes to jail. On her IG, February 13th, she posted ultrasound pics. She forgot to black out key pieces of info. Gestational age on 11/27/21 was 10 weeks and 3 days. Really? In November? The end of November? That's, but wouldn't she have had the baby by now? Wait a minute. 10 weeks. That's 2 months, 2.5 months. In November, April, May, June. She would have had the baby in June. You can buy those ultrasound pics online, you know. Yeah, November 27th, she was already 2.5 months pregnant. December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. I'm all confused. I'm not very good at that calculating thing. But so I wanted to let you guys be aware of this. And anyone, you can let Original Owl know that maybe she already knows that Hot Springs was pushing for $25,000 bond, and the judge in Bentonville denied it, and they're gonna do an Act 3 on her when she gets hauled in. No, I don't. When she shows the belly, I didn't see anything move on her. Yeah, and you would think, with this whole pregnancy, because she's so open and candid about everything, that she would show a baby moving. She once tried to and had her palm over her belly, and anybody could like twitch their palm, you know what I mean? But she didn't even do that. Like nothing happened. And I'm like, I remember being pregnant 3 times and my baby doing somersaults, and you could just see, you didn't have to say to people, oh, look, look now. You could see my belly just like making waves. So if you took a glass of water and just stuck it on top of your belly, you could see the water moving. Oh my God, let it go, right? Can't be Thomas's baby because he was drunk. So his sperm were intoxicated and never made it to the egg. All right, Letecia, yeah, she is so dumb. She is so dumb. But she saw those guys within a couple of days of each other, right? Because didn't she mention it was a couple of weeks or a week? Pretty sure it was back to back. Yeah. Don't you hate when that happens when you're trying to get pregnant and your husband is drunk? Those damn drunk, intoxicated sperms. I hate when that happens. She's something else. Who had the thumbnail? Oh my God. Adonis Paul had the thumbnail yesterday, last night. I didn't watch the whole thing. I fell asleep. Of Letecia in the dunce cap. OMG. Somebody's got to make an avatar of that picture. Letecia in the dunce cap. Eye cracking up. Yeah, I'm surprised that the ovary police didn't pull the sperm over and hand him a DUI. You're drunk. You'll never make it. You'll never make it to your destination. We're charging you sperm with intoxication. Driving up the birth canal to the egg intoxicated. It's a very serious crime. Mm. But, oh, happy day. Leticia's going away. And I know, like, a lot of content creators who are covering her. You know, it's like, what do you do? She's gone. But honest to God, it's not worth it. I mean, she's just, it's so disturbing that it's so disturbing. I lost sleep over that chick. And like I said, if she wasn't pregnant, I would be like, she's just another nutcase on YouTube. You know, they're everywhere. But the fact that there's a possibility she is pregnant, all right, there's a guy in a white van that just pulled up next to me. You know, these white vans, these creepy white vans. All right, let me back up. He's really close. Like, dude, don't I sound like Letecia? What are you parking next to me for? What are you parking next to me for? He was so close to me. I'm like, dude. And his door opened. Oh, there's two of them. Maybe the second guy is cute. First guy was too old. The things she says she's going to do to this alleged baby at birth. Right. And they can't. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. So he said, which I already knew this, that CPS can't intervene with Letecia until she has the baby. So I already knew that, but he shared that with me. Yeah. So, you know, as far as people, you know, wanting to let CPS know even ahead of time, like they're aware of her. That's what he said. They're aware of her, but they can't do anything until she actually has the baby. So, which makes sense. And you never know. Look at, we see this all the time. These crimes that go on where mothers murder their newborn babies. Who's to say Letitia is not going to do that? We very well, as a community, right, may have stopped and prevented a baby from being murdered. So think about that. Wouldn't it be awful if one we hear one day that she did do exactly what she said she was going to do? You can't take that chance. You can't. You can't. So as a community, you all should be proud of yourselves. Every one of you. Every one of you. From people just saying prayers for that baby, for voicing, you know, their opinions, and because it all centered around that alleged baby, which we don't even know if it's true, but if it were, for people for reaching out to the authorities, um, for creators who dished up info, you know, for her arrest and things like that, you know, it's amazing to see a community come together and work as a whole, you know, because a lot of communities are just too busy fighting with each other that, you know, they wouldn't spit on you if you were on fire. But I'm proud of this particular community that's got their eyes on Letecia. Right, let it go. You just don't know. So as soon as I hear that she's in police custody, I will sleep tonight. I will sleep. So I have to go. Um, but thanks everyone for coming by. Um, I'll try to find Original Owl's email or leave her a comment. Um, just telling her that I talked to the chief of police and got a little bit more information. I don't know, maybe she already knows it. She may have already talked to the chief of police. He said that they've received a lot of calls. Um, and he's grateful. Like he really is. Um, that's what they're there for, right? To reach out to and report things that are disconcerting. So good job, you guys. You're welcome, Let It Go. Hey, thanks for being here, everyone. Kindness Kate, what's Merb up to? Anything drastic today, Mummy Ramblings? God. Oh, she mentioned my name. No, she didn't mention my name yesterday, but she said she heard someone told her that somebody, me, was mentioning Sandra Rosick's name and that I should keep Sandra's name out of my mouth forever. Well, I'm going to prove, it's going to take me some time because I'm in the middle of moving. I'm going to prove my case and prove that when Frank Sr. made that press conference and wanted YouTube creators not to profit in any way off of his daughter's case, and Mummy Ramblings banked on that case. And I find it odd that the Ruziks would align themselves with somebody like Mummy Ramblings, who profited off of the Watts case. He didn't say he wasn't particular, it was a general, anybody who profited off the Watts case, off of my daughter's name, he said. And I'm going to prove it. And I'm going to prove it. So, Mummy Ramblings, no, you shut up. You shut up. Okay? I lost some respect for Sandra Rosick. I really did. You know, I mean, of all people, like, are you not aware of what MRB does? Are you not aware? And I'm going to find proof of where Mummy Ramblings profited off your daughter and your grandbabies. So please educate me after that press conference that Frank Sr. gave, okay? That I prayed that all creators would stop talking. I've never covered the Watts case and I never will. Never. And if I were to do a live stream about it, you can shut monetization off. If there are any ads in your video, that's out of our control. You can go to your settings and literally shut monetizations off. So Mummy Ramblings tried to say that, you know, there's still commercials running and you can't shut monetization off. Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Even people who aren't monetized, you'll see an ad at the beginning. Okay? That's just something YouTube does. Have you seen Sandra Personal Testimony by the Graveside? I don't think so. But Mummy Ramblings is no different than every other creator out there that covered the Watts case. Super chats, monetization, off the talking, and that just talking about the case. You didn't have to be mean, but he said it, Frank Warzek, to everybody who is profiting off of my daughter and grandchildren's name. Stop it. Stop it. So, Mummy Ramblings, don't you ever, ever tell me to keep my mouth shut forever, forever, because I come with receipts, okay? Back off. Back off. Yeah. Look at, if you hang, there's a saying, if you hang around with someone long enough who's a limper, right? Who limps, you too will limp. And that's unfortunately what's happening with people like Sandra, who align themselves with the likes and the dislikes of Mummy Ramblings, okay? Then they start to limp, okay? You are the company you keep. And I made a video for Shanann and her babies 3 years on the first anniversary of their death, still on my page. I don't make money off of it. So, yeah, Mummy Ramblings. Go pound some shells. Would you please? And I'm not afraid of you. You want to send the mafia to me, Mommy Ramblers? Mafia? The mofo? Huh? Huh? They come knocking at my door. Be come stai. Come stai. Come on in. I give you some pasta. Some pasta. Some red wine. Expensive red wine. Not the $2 chuck from Trader Joe's. Mangia. Mangia. Salute. You're something else, Merb. You're something else. All right. Talk to you guys later. Merb tag Chris Watts in every live. We're not speaking about the case. Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry. I'll prove her wrong. I'm coming with receipts. Something Mommy Ramleys can never do. Receipts. It's like, what's that? What's a receipt? I didn't know it was a receipt. Just like she couldn't find her phone. There's an app for that? I lost my phone. I didn't know that. Get out of here. Get out of here. Take a seat. Oh, sorry. That's all she does is take a seat. Stand up, Merv. Stand up for once. All right, everyone. Be well. Hopefully, I'll try to get a sunset in. Can't promise it, but I'll do my best. All right. See you later.